What are they feeding the metal cow?
Oh, no, that's not a cow, Mary. No, that's called a camera.
Welcome to WatchMojoUK. Today we're counting down our picks for the most hilarious moments, jokes and scenes in the beloved UK version of the BBC supernatural sitcom Ghosts.
Alison!
First, I will kiss your...
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Number 10. Too intimate. Who do you think you are? When it comes to comedy with ghosts, the rules of physics fly out the window, and all sorts of supernatural hijinks can happen. For example, in the first episode of Ghosts, Who Do You Think You Are, Mike and Alison are checking out their inherited property, Button House, as the spectral residents follow them.
No, she's no niece of mine. Look at her. She's exposing her knees, and she's got a tattoo.
At one point, the duo are giddy as they examine the grounds. Pat is one of the few ghosts willing to give Mike and Alison a chance at living there with them.
Look at that.
No.
But as Alison points, her hand goes through poor Pat's noggin. For those watching, the acting by Jim Howick is really uncomfortable and hilarious. This gag really sets the tone for the show.
This is gonna make one incredible hotel.
What is hotel?
Well, Robin, a hotel is...
Kill them.
Number 9. The Action Demise. The Thomas Thorne Affair. In Series 2, we got to deep dive into the final living days of the manor's resident poet, Thomas, in the Thomas Thorne Affair episode.
Untalented, you say? Damn your eyes, I say! Damn your head! Shoulders, knees and toes, sir.
In it, he details the fatal duel he experienced and the reason behind it. But as we discover from the other ghosts who were there, the truth is vastly different to what Thomas believed. While Kitty tells her version, the duel takes a very action-packed turn.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Suddenly, Thomas is channeling his inner Neo and dodging bullets before tossing a more modern hand grenade at his rival.
Do you mind? Kitty was telling the story.
As it turned out, the captain decided to hijack Kitty's tale and spice it up with what he would have done if he were in Thomas's position. Number 8. No Daddy, Guerrilla War. We've all done it at some point. We've hummed or sung a song when no one's around, especially when doing some kind of DIY. But Mike unknowingly had an audience as he sang what he was doing and referred to himself as Daddy in the episode Guerrilla War.
What on earth is going on?
Daddy gonna drop a hole in the wall.
Daddy's not drilling any holes.
Firstly, when drilling a hole in Fanny's room, the former lady of the house demands Daddy Mike not to.
Daddy gonna fix a boiler now. YouTube gonna show Daddy how.
Then, after Mike calls himself Daddy, as he attempts to fix the boiler with the help of good old YouTube, he resorts to fiddle with the equipment randomly, bringing out one of the plague ghosts who've watched engineers for years to disappointedly call him Daddy and tell him not to do that.
What's he doing? Oh, no, Daddy. No, you need to prime the inlet pump, open the induction loop, repressurize the system, then connect the gas feed, and then ignite, or just hit it with a hammer.
Number 7. The Voice. Speak as ye choose.
I just think that's great.
Hey.
I mean, just look at her. She's never afraid to speak her mind.
You guys feeling ready?
If it wasn't a sitcom, and we were in Mike's shoes, we probably wouldn't believe Alison could communicate with spectres. It's a bit hard to wrap your head around, but he does it pretty fast. However, not everybody would believe Alison so readily. In Speak As Ye Choose, Mike and Alison are invited by his old friends to improve their business by attending a seminar, which is essentially a cult. With the duo struggling to get out of it due to awkward politeness, Alison was inspired, thanks to Fanny.
Sorry, careful. If you just move out the way, because Humphrey's body is just walking through. And I don't know where the head is. Anyone know?
Rather than hide her ability, she chats with the ghosts in front of the living folks and acts honestly. Luckily for them, the old friends rescind the offer and head out very quickly.
Is it time to meet the High Shepherd?
Do you know what? I just remembered I completely forgot, but we were told it's full.
Number 6. Bats growing up. The Grey Lady.
We need to get a shot of the front, so do you think you could move your van?
Oh, well, I could, but...
Yes, great, thank you.
Misunderstandings in comedy is an overused trope, but when it's done well, by gosh is it good. For example, in the Ghosts episode The Grey Lady, Alison and Mike hired a photographer to take pictures of Button House to advertise it as a wedding venue and to make some sweet cash. As Mike talks about plans, he mentions the property could be used for bar mitzvahs and girl mitzvahs. When the photographer uses the proper term for the female ceremony, bat mitzvah...
So the aim is to turn it into a venue.
Venue for what?
Well, you know, weddings, parties, bar mitzvahs, girl mitzvahs.
Bat mitzvahs.
For bats.
Mike assumes he is talking about mitzvahs for the animal bats.
What?
Huh?
Before the two could get more confused with repeated whats, Alison quickly moves the conversation on, which makes the moment even better. Number 5. Thomas Fan Club. Happy Holiday.
Hello.
After Alison painted a wonderful portrait of Thomas in the Series 3 Christmas special, He Came, the picture was placed in the basement along with the plague ghosts.
It's so elegant the way he moves, isn't he?
Really like demure, like a flamingo or something.
Yeah.
By the episode Happy Holiday, Thomas now had a gross but pleasant fan club, giving him the celebrity he seemingly always wanted as a poet.
Are you talking about Thomas? Yeah. I just wish I could get to know him. I reckon he'd be really sensitive and attentive.
With Kitty acting like his PR manager, 2 of the plague ghosts ask Alison to take a picture of them with Thomas. However, she remembers she can't, as her phone camera won't work on them since they're, well, not living. Yet the ghosts didn't mean a photograph. They wanted Alison to bash out a painting, just a little one, which didn't go down well.
Oh, yeah. Did you mean a painting?
Oh, yeah, it doesn't have to be a big one.
Yeah, just a little one.
No.
What's the matter with her?
Cow.
Number 4. The Bear Story. Guerrilla War. Have you ever really wanted to tell people a funny story, but you get so wrapped up in the emotions that instead of saying words, you end up making a load of weird noises? If so, then you can relate to Robin in the episode Guerrilla War. With Alison just realising that she can see the ghosts, the captain asks Robin, since, as he's the oldest, if something like this has happened before.
You've been here a while. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
One time, yes, but it was a bear. Oh, because bear was like, "Rah!" And I'm like, ah!
So the caveman tells the tale of it happening with a bear. Kind of. Remembering the funny story, Robin can't do much but make excited sounds and laughter. After, with everyone confused, according to Robin, you had to be there.
You had to be there.
Rare, then.
Or magic.
Number 3. Serious Dipping. The Woodworm Man. Biscuits and a cup of tea are a match made in heaven. Dipping that crunchy goodness into the warm, comforting liquid is a joy to behold, and everyone has a preference for how soggy the biscuit should be before taking the bite.
Got your brew? You got your biscuit? You can dip it?
Yeah, okay.
In the episode The Woodworm Man, Alison and Mike are having a camping competition, since the property is being fumigated. With help from Pat, Alison takes a tea break, but things get intense.
Dip it again.
After encouraging her to dip the biscuit, his voice gets creepy as he tells, nay, demands Alison to do it again, as he vicariously lives through her. Even with all her practice of creepiness with Thomas, this was probably still upsetting for Alison.
Can you stop? I can't enjoy them if you're looking at me like that.
Number 2. We're all related. The Thomas Thorne Affair. We've all heard that in history, some people had very different morals when it came to relations with relatives. After all, look at many of the world's royal families throughout time.
That means we're related?
Yes. No. I mean, very distantly related. Our children would be fine.
In the episode The Thomas Thorne Affair, as the group realises that Thomas is distantly related to Alison, Pat mentions everybody is probably DNA connected if you go back far enough.
We're probably all related, if you go back far enough.
Yeah, you all come from me and my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Joking.
This causes Robin to claim that's true, thanks to him and his sister. As everyone gets uncomfortable, he announces he was joking, yet the look on his face tells a very different story. Robin's sisterly tale comes up again briefly during the episode Something to Share, as Fanny is seemingly putting her head around that disturbing relationship.
So let me get this clear. She was your sister, and the two of you were...
Right, where were we?
Number 1. Happy ending. The Thomas Thorne affair. Mary's eccentric and often incorrect use of the English language was a treasure trove of delightful moments. And the best was during the episode The Thomas Thorne Affair.
True friend to me.
See.
Till she got sucked off.
I'm sorry. Like moved on.
She mentions that Annie, her former ghost friend at Putton House, eventually moved on to the afterlife. However, Mary keeps referring to it as being sucked off, since they're pulled into the sky.
I've long since given up hope of ever being sucked off.
Moving on.
Even with Alison attempting to change it to moving on, Mary and the other ghosts stick with the original phrase in the later episodes.
I suppose we should all just make most of it until we finally receive our blessed suckings off.
When Mary's time was up and she went to the beyond in the episode Gone Gone, Pat mentions that she always talked about wanting to be sucked off, which is a fitting tribute to the ghost legend. What was the most emotional moment in Ghosts that really touched you? Let us know below.
And you don't have to wear black, by the way.
Thank you.
Doesn't suit you.
Fine.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.